What is going on, guys? So in today's video I'm going to be showing some replays of the new support we got for Phantom Knights and Raidraptors, which is Ark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, Raider's Wing and a few other stuff. So I'll show you 3 replays I have, and then I'll show you a deck profile that you might be able to use when the cards do decide to come out in the next set. So yeah, without further ado, let's have a look at some of the stuff. So in this one I'm actually going against a I'm not sure what the deck is actually called, like if it's Magicians, Pendulum Magicians, and the person actually quits. Every game I've had, they've either quit or they've kind of trounced me. So I have one game that I'm proud of against Chaos Max that I will show eventually, but this thing is just kind of normal Pendulum Magician shenanigans that they go through. Some Jackal, Endymions. Now this one here, I'll do so real quick. So the reason I actually called it 7, because I knew Endymion, the Founding Sorcerer Supreme, is one of the most cards they're looking for, and I was actually lucky to actually call it right, but sometimes you wouldn't, you know. And this is like a newish card that came out in Dual Overload, but it just kind of helps some special summon stuff. So then he has 2 negates, pretty much. I mean, he has like a negate and a monster effect, negate a spell, and then he has other stuff to go off next turn. But this is another one of the new cards, Phantom Knights Tier Scale. This one it works really well with Cloak. So you send Cloak, and you can send another monster. So you can send the 2 old Phantom Knights, and then you get 2 searches off them. So I'll be doing that now. Obviously he's going to negate it, but so then this is going to show his next effect. So obviously I'm going to search with the Ancient Cloak, and then Tier Scale second effect is if you banish a Phantom Knight, he can special summon himself. So really him negating it was he didn't do anything. He should have probably held off just because he didn't know the cards I'd say. So yeah, so then I go for Dante. I was actually kind of lost at what to do, but yeah, so I go for Dante. Dante mills a few stuff for me, and then I went for, in the end I decided then, just even though I had the mill to get like a free search, I decided to go for Verte Anaconda, go for the play. And the only good thing was that you can actually fuse without using your own monsters, so I do get Starving Venom. But I am, sadly, I'm not sure why, I don't know what card, maybe you can tell me in the comments why I had to attack this card. I couldn't attack the link. Maybe it's its effect. I'm not sure. Oh, it has to be for attacks. Yeah, so it's this card. But it would have been a nice bit of damage if I did get it. But anyway, I don't think it mattered too much in the end. So it actually top deck pretty nice there with Sorcerer Supreme. I'm gonna pop all my cards. Starving Venom's gonna pop all his cards, except for some reason Sorcerer Supreme can survive. Must be as one of his effects. And then I still have some pretty cool plays, just because I do have like this here. So using the trap card that summons as a monster, then you have Raider's Wing that can be a monster, and you have 2 level 3s as well. So you just have to use, you can go for one or the other, as well as the new rank up magic, which is Phantom Knight's Force, which is actually really, really good. I show it here now. He obviously is going to negate it, because I could have went for the big new boss monster, which is Ark Rebellion, which I was trying to go for in the video, but he negates it. But then again, another one of the new cards, which is Raidraptor Phantom Knight's Claw, which is actually just a free negation. As far as I know, I do summon, I summon Raider's Wing because it counts as a Raidraptor card. So you can use the card's second effect, which you target Raidraptor, exceed monster you control. Well, I suppose you can't do that. But you can go into 4 Strix, and 4 Strix can use that. Other than, like 4 Strix, you can go into that. The only other thing is, it's a Phantom Knights card, so you can search it, you know, with, I know you can search it in Raidraptor, but you can search it in Phantom Knights as well, and it's a free negation. So the top deck Jackal, they're going to get another counter, and then they just decide to scoop, which is fair enough. Then this one is against Heroes. So they do the normal kind of hero shenanigan plays. You're going to search for Plasma. You kind of want to end in Plasma, because people realize obviously the Plasma has the effect to stop monster effects on the field. But they actually mess themselves up. They have impermanence, and they mess themselves up and they leave because they mess them up. He probably would have bet me, to be honest. Obviously, I had a bad hand. So I get Starving Venom, attack directly. And I should have moved Call by the Grave over here. That's my only problem with impermanence, because obviously they activate Cyclone, they get rid of my Fog Blade, then he destroys, or I use a permanence, and my Call by the Grave is actually negated because I would have been able to stop his Vion. And the Vion was the reason he got to go off onto crazy plays, so that was my fault. But the only thing that he does is Dark Calling on the same column, so he messed himself up and couldn't go for anything. So I mean, he's left with Extra Hero Wonder Drive. I'm not sure why he went for that, but then I have the Tier Scale, and Tier Scale can kind of go off. So he messed himself up big time there, and then he just scoops as well. But as you can see, I could have went for Break Sword attack, destroy that, and then go for like another Dark Rebellion or Time Thief or something like that. And then the last one is the one I am super proud of, which is against of a weird kind of what's it called? Chaos Max build. But the guy was able to summon, actually, like, even though he went first, the guy was able to summon 2 Chaos Max in one turn, which is really nice. Obviously, if he had the other card, the Chaos Dragon, he would have won. So I'm not sure what kind of build he's using. But as you can see, this is one of the other new cards, Strangulanius, and this one you could special summon itself. Let me see, level 4 lower Raidraptor graveyard special summon against effect. So it has another effect when it's on the field as well. I don't use it, sadly. But I go into Time Thief just to kind of end with Break Sword and Time Thief and destroy this. So this was just kind of playtesting. I'm not actually sure what I was doing here. Just summon as much stuff as possible. I get a Ritual Monster, so I can still banish. So he gets his 2 Chaos Max. Summons the first one. Summons the second one, and for some reason he doesn't go for Time Thief. I mean, he should have probably went for Time Thief because I would have banished him and then he would have been able to attack with 1400 directly. I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered, but the fact that I have Time Thief now, Time Thief has the effect where it has no materials, and then I can go for Phantom Knight's Rank of Magic Launch, which makes it a little bit helpful for me, even though I was able to search the new rank up spell anyway. So this is the whole point. I banish 2 monsters instead of 1, and I'll show you the card I go into, Revolution Falcon. So because of this new card that's a mixture of Rank of Knight, Phantom Knight's Force, or Phantom Knights and Raidraptors, I can go into a Raidraptor monster on top of any dark monster. So I go into Revolution Falcon just because I know it's the best bet I have, the fact I can wipe out his entire board with Revolution Falcon. Now I was actually worried, I didn't know if the effect was going to work, but it does work as a special summon monster. I didn't know if it worked with Chaos Max because he can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects, but it doesn't affect Revolution Falcon in the slightest. So I destroyed all his Chaos Maxes, and it's kind of hard. You can't really go any further after that, especially since he's pretty dead drawn. The fact that he got the 2 fairly first was actually fairly good. So he's pretty proud of that play. I think he scoops after this. I'm not sure. No, he actually summons this. I think I win anyway. I go ham now, as far as I remember, in the next play. So I start popping stuff, can special summon stuff, searching for days, Raider's Wing. Now if I had another Dark Rebellion, I would have been able to go into Rebellion and then a better card, but I later added another Dark Rebellion because of this. This was all playtesting as well. So like I'll be able to, if I had another level 4, I wouldn't be able to go to another Dark Rebellion. I decided to just battle at the end of the night because he only had 2400 life points left and he was pretty much finished. But as you can see, all the stuff that you could have kept doing if your opponent didn't have whatever. So that's it. So I will show you the deck profile. So we'll run 2 Strangulanius. Like I said, it has the effect to special summon itself, and then if there's a sea monster, it can special summon a Raidraptor in the graveyard. Then we have Raider's Wing, which counts as a Raidraptor and a Phantom Knight's monster, and he could special summon itself and it gets an effect if he's a material. Then the new Stained Greaves, which you didn't see much of, but if a Phantom Knight is special summon, he could special summon, and then he can special monster Phantom Knights from the hand. Then we know what 2 Ragged Gloves, we know what that does. So 3 Greaves, 2 Raider's Wing, 2 Strangulanius, 3 Ancient Cloak, 3 Tier Scale, and it actually worked out really well because it's like a foolish for the deck, and Ancient Cloak, it just worked really well with it. The 3 Silent Boots, 2 Kagamucha Knights just to special summon themselves, 2 Allure Darkness because you're running all darks, Reinforcement Army because it searches all of the Phantom Knights, Foolish Berry because, like it said, they work better in the graveyard, Monster Born just to reoccur stuff, the Phantom Knights rank up launch to go into some of your big monsters here, 3 Call by the Grave just to stop your opponent from doing stuff, the 1 Super Poly to work with Predator Plant, Averti Anaconda and Starving Venom, the rank of Magic Phantom Knights Force to go into all of these, the 2 Phantom Knights Wing just to, it's like a Monster Reborn and protect your opponents or protect your monsters. Phantom Knights Shade Brigadine is just a free level 4 summon monster. 3 Fog Blade just because it was always one of the best trap cards of the deck. And then this new card which is Phantom Knight's Claw, which actually I really like. It's just another negate, which is really nice. So yeah, then we'll go into the extra deck, which is Averti Anaconda. He just helps like that. You've seen in the duel how much he helps. And then we have Cherubini, which you can send level 3 like that. If you need an extra thing of search, you can just send one of those and get a search. Dante, because it mills the top 3 cards. Break Sword, just to summon your Dark Rebellions and to destroy your opponent's cards. 4 Strix, because you can easily go into with the level 4s and then search a Strangulanius and then get off his effect and go for another rank 4. Time Thief, because he's actually a really good dark monster. Like, I know he's kind of, he never really did much, but he's actually really, really good just because of taking your opponent's top card and then getting one of the effects to either banish, draw a card, or place a card your opponent's controls at the top of the deck. Then we have 2 Dark Rebellions just to use with the rank of magics and the fact that it is kind of not a bad card. Then we have Arc Rebellion Exceed Dragon, which is one of the new cards. Can't be destroyed by battle. He gains attack equal to every monster on the field. And then if a dark monster and exceed material, negate the effects of all our monsters on the field. Then you have Dark Requiem, who was originally has a negate and crazy high attack. Revolution Falcon, who was putting in some serious work against Chaos Max, and the fact that you can use it with this very easily is kind of cool. And then we have 11 Big Eye. This is how you use Phantom Knight's Force as well. You can go into Big Eye by getting rid of more, taking your opponent's monster and then destroying it. And then we have one of the newer cards still is now for the TCG is Oddish Rebellion Dragon Overlord. So I was talking about this when I was talking about the cards. Basically, if you summon Dark Rebellion, you can overlay it on top for this. Even Break Sword, you can overlay on top. And this card's effect, it's just a 3000 beat stick, but when it's destroyed, it goes into the Pendulum Zone, and then you can special summon this card and like a Dark Rebellion for free after if it does get destroyed. So it's not a bad effect, especially then if you had like a rank of magic to go into one of the big guys. It's just nice. Like, if you have to end on Dark Rebellion, I'd rather end with this. So if your opponent does destroy it, you can put it in the Pendulum Zone and then activate its effect in the Pendulum Zone and then get another Dark Rebellion and then go for something else, you know. So that's why I went for that. So, and then the last card is obviously Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, who's putting in good work as well. So anyway guys, hope you liked the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and good luck.